Hello students, welcome to our new subject, that is Basic Electrical Engineering. The code of the subject is 103004. Okay, so this is our new subject. So in this subject we will be looking all the basic electrical quantities, including its some examples and what are the fundamental properties of elements and all the related terms related to the electrical engineering. So if we look the syllabus, we have a paper of 15 marks. Okay, so online we have 50 marks and term work is of 25 marks. Okay, so with the first unit we will be looking the elementary concept like concept of EMF, potential difference, current, resistance, Ohm's law, effect of temperature on resistance, RTC, insulation resistance, SI unit, etc. Then we will be looking the second unit, electromagnetism and etc. all the basic electrical quantities. Okay, so we will be starting the first unit, that is elementary concept, that is prerequisite. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so before starting the topic, you should know what is mean by a current and a voltage. Okay, so what do you mean by a current? Okay, so current means the flow of electrons. Okay, flow of electrons. Okay, flow of electrons. So how does the flow of electrons happen? Current means flow of electrons. But if, let's suppose I have a conductor. So what do you mean by conductor? So conductor has the ability to flow the electrons. Conductor is nothing but has the ability, or it has a very low resistance. Resistance means resistance means it is opposing the flow of electrons. Means the electrons tries to flow. Okay, but resistance is something that is not allowing the electrons to pass. So if this type of conductor is making the current to flow, means at the starting the electrons are at steady state position, means at rest, means the electrons are at rest. So we know that electrons is electricity is nothing but the flow of electron. Flow of electron means this electron should flow. So how does it flow? It will not flow automatically, right? It will not flow automatically. We have to give some external force to it. Means we have to create some conditions so that it starts flowing. It should start flowing in a circular manner or a rectangular manner. Okay, so how can we make the electrons to flow? If we connect this conductor with some supply, means let's suppose I am giving some voltage here. Okay, I am giving some voltage here. Or if I am connecting a battery here, so what will happen? The energy is being transferred from here. Okay, energy is being transferred from here. So the current starts to flow. Means the electron starts to flow like this. Okay, electron starts to flow like this, and the circuit is being completed. Means the current flows like this. Okay, so but we have to give this potential. Means why we are connecting this voltage? We are actually creating a potential difference. Means potential difference means I am giving here high value and I am giving here a low value. Okay, so what will happen? The electron will get a high energy here. Electrons will get high energy here and it starts moving. Okay, it starts moving and it will come at the lower end and then again it is getting back into the higher end. So the circuit is completed. This is how the electricity is generated and or it is flown, right? So there are some important this is the basic example of how the electricity flows, right? Then this is the current. Okay? It is denoted by I, but it is measured in ampere, right? So current is measured in ampere, and we are creating such condition with the help of this voltage source. So voltage is measured in volts. Okay, so voltage is measured in volts. Okay, voltage is measured in volts and current is measured in ampere. Right? So our basic aim is to give some energy to that to the electrons, so that it starts flowing. As soon as the electron starts to flow, the electricity is generated, but in the conventional direction. Okay, electricity will flow in this direction, but electrons will flow like this. Okay, so when the electrons are flowing like this, the electricity will be generated here. Okay, so this is the introduction to our current and voltage. Okay, then we have our resistance. Okay, resistance. So what do you mean by resistance? Resistance is nothing but the opposition. Means, let's suppose I am swimming in a swimming pool. Then the water is not allowing us to move forward, right? So water is not allowing us to move forward. That force of water we are getting is called as resistance. Okay, let's suppose a current of 1 ampere is flowing. Okay, current of 1 ampere is flowing. Then what will happen? The conductor. Okay, this is the conductor, and this 1 ampere is flowing from this conductor. Every object in this universe has its own resistance. So the conductor, the aluminum conductor. Okay, so we can use aluminum copper conductor. So this aluminum conductor has its own resistance. So it will not allow this current to flow, but it has a very good property to allow that current to flow. Okay, so this current will be easily flown inside this conductor, so that the electricity is transferred to further. Okay, so this has a very important resistive property. Every object in the universe has a resistance. So it is measured in ohm. Okay, so it is measured in ohm. So it is very important parameter. Okay, it is denoted by R. Okay, R. So this is one element. But in the practically, if we see a conductor, okay, so conductor, then there will be motors, right? Motors will be there. Okay, so motor, if you see a motor, then you see a winding here. Okay, let's suppose I have a conductor, then it has a resistive property, means it has a resistance. But what in case of motors winding? So it will have a inductive property. Means resistive property. If a inductor, if a coil is offering a resistance to the flow of current, then it is called as inductive or inductance. Okay, resistance, inductance. Similarly, in case of capacitive load, then in that case there will be a capacitive property. Okay, so there are three terms. Inductive means normal conductor is having a resistive property. Then if we have a motor or a fan we have a coil arrangement. Wherever you see a coil, then it has a resistive inductive property. Then if a capacitive load is connected, then we have a capacitive property. Means what is this? It is offering some force, backward force to the object, means a flow of current. So that means it is not allowing the current to flow properly. So what happened because of that? Losses happen. Okay, losses happen. Okay, if it is flowing from a conductor, means it has a resistive property. Then we have resistive loss. Resistive loss. Or then we have inductive loss. Then we have capacitive loss. Okay, so we will discuss all these points in the further video. Okay. Then, so what do you mean by potential difference? Potential difference. What do you mean by potential difference? Or a PD, it is also called as a PD. The potential difference, let's see one example. There is an overhead tank, okay, water tank. Okay, water tank is there. And we have a pipe arrangement here. Okay? Pipe arrangement is here. And it is our home. Okay. So you can see that here the pressure of the water is less. And here the pressure of the water is very high. Because heavy water is being only stopped by this small hole, means right? From here only from that pipe only the water will come, right? So let's suppose my tap is off, right? My tap is off. So what will happen? The pressure of the water will be very high there. Means here is a potential difference. Means here is a potential energy. Water is storing complete potential energy here. Potential energy. Okay. When we release this water from here, what will happen? The water starts suddenly coming from here, and it will come here, right? So when the water starts flowing through the pipe, the potential energy of the water is converted into kinetic energy. Okay, that potential energy is get converted into kinetic energy, and then we get the water here if we just move our tap. Okay, so what this example says that we are creating a potential here so that the water should flow. Okay, why we are creating this potential? So that the very easily this water should flow at our location. So we have created this potential, high and very low. We have created this high pressure here and low pressure here. Due to that, what will happen? Every object will start from high pressure to low pressure, right? Very high tension to very low tension. It will start flowing. So let's suppose we have stored the electricity here, and we want to get the electricity here. So what will happen? Due to this valve closing, what will happen? When we open this tap, what will happen? The current starts to flow, right? What we have done in the conductor part, that when we have created this potential, okay, this potential, the electricity starts to flow, right? So this is the potential difference. Okay, so it is denoted by V or voltage. It is measured in voltage, right? Okay, so I hope you understand. Okay, so in the next video we will look the further topics. Okay, I hope you understand this video. If you have any kind of doubt, you can contact me. So thank you for watching.